Dear friends, once again, you are welcome and thank you for tuning in. And if you are new on this platform, this is Empowerment Talks, and my name is Comfort Confo. So on this platform, what we do is talk to people from all walks of life, from all over the world. We listen to their stories, their successes, their failures, and what do we do? What do we pick up from out there? We use that to inspire, to educate, and why not to empower you? Yeah. And above all, the reason that for this platform is business. And so we use this opportunity, of course, to present to you a Millennium Business Opportunity, which is all about a sophisticated IT company powered by artificial intelligence called OnPassive, a company built with heart for humans. And our guest of honor for tonight brings us more than 2 decades of experience in the information technology industry. He is a selfless person, a humble person, and why not the most loved and cherished, respectable leader in the African community. So while I bring him, I finally introduce him and tell you who he is. Why not subscribe, share, comment, and join in the conversation? So guys, meet none else but our own Mr. Robert Takusi. Bob, you are welcome to Empowerment Talks.
Thank you very much, Ms. Comfort. It's a pleasure having me here today. I've listened to some of your work, and I know your heart and your dedication to our community. That's partly one of the reasons that drove me to come to your platform. As you know, this is my first time coming out publicly like this.
Exactly. I'm really humbled. I'm really humbled that you accepted this opportunity or you gave me this opportunity to come here and talk to our people. And of course, that is what makes a leader. We know that you are the people who show the example that leadership actually means servanthood. That is why you serve us tirelessly. So thank you once again. So if you can, please kindly tell us about yourself. There is so much. I have read a lot about you, but you stand a better chance to tell us exactly as it is. So, all right.
Yes, my name is Robert Takusi, but I'm popularly known as Bob Takusi. I live in Bel Air, Maryland. Bel Air is in the Washington, D.C. area in the United States. It's the big city around me is called Baltimore. So if you know Baltimore, I'm like maybe 30 miles away from Baltimore. I've been here for about 30 years, actually. And yeah, more than 30 years. And in most of those years, 23 to be exact, I've been working in the IT industry. So it gives me a vantage position to actually understand what this company is all about, what they're about to unleash to the world. I do a lot of stuff. I'm in a community, one of our community leaders here in the US, even though now I'm beginning to withdraw a little bit and let the young folks take over the helm, but I advise a lot. I have a small business with my wife, as you know. And then, you know, just Sober America, I'm a Soban, I'm from Sase College, you know, so you know how Sobans do their thing. I have a degree in information technology from the University of Phoenix with enough certifications. I've been in every area in the IT industry, every area. Right now, I'm in the information security risk division. So we are like the gatekeepers of our company, of our corporation, to make sure we don't have bad people coming into the company.
Wow.
I have 2 kids. A daughter is 20 and my son is 17. We're all here in Bel Air, Maryland. I'm from a family of 6. I have 5 brothers, 3 brothers and 2 sisters. Dad passed away and mom is still living. So wow. I think that's the most I can tell you. From Cameroon, by origin, we call it now the Southern Cameroon. So some people call it Ambazonia.
Yes, I do call it Ambazonia. Okay. Hello. Okay, it looks like our guest is just frozen. And these are the things that make us just want OnPassive to come the next minute. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, carry on now. Yeah.
Yes. I was saying that I was born in Nottingham, where you are.
Yeah.
Around where you are. Grew up in Cameroon. came here. I've been here for more than 30 years.
Were you born here in the UK?
Nottingham.
Oh, Nottingham. Okay.
Yeah.
That's where I did my master's. Good to know.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Wow. All right. Thank you so much, Bob, for letting us know, for telling us enough about yourself. And if you can, please, I want to spare the IT section of it because that's the reason we're here today anyway. But tell us a bit more about the community works you have been involved in. I know that you just said you are handing it down to the next generation, but I think I'm interested in knowing a bit more about that.
Oh, man. You know, my advocacy and my love for people started way back when I was in Sussex College. I was elected prefect in school, you know, at the age of maybe around 17, 18. Started being responsible for carrying out activities, just being responsible.
Right.
When I came out here in the US, I joined our Sober America Association Foundation. That's around 1991 or so. And I've actually been the president of our local chapter here. I have there was a famous group called Family Group. You might have heard of it. It's been for almost over 20 years now. I'm one of the principal founding members. It's like an empowerment group with each other. We help the community. We do stuff like when things happen, we put our hands in our pocket and just help our communities. You know, anything that happens, typically, like when we have crisis within our community here in the US, we are one of the people in the forefront who go out there and actually push to try to make sure things happen and families are given the relief that they need and, things like that. So I'm just well-rounded. Anything that...
Exactly.
I'm also a public speaker, so I speak a lot. I speak and just advocate for people. Yeah.
Right. Wow. Really, I thank you so much for letting me know. I think everything about you, I find every reason to understand why you are so committed in the community, the Unpassive community. However, I am about to point a finger at you right now because I joined Unpassive in June 2020. It's almost a year. In a couple of days, on the 19th, it's going to be a year since I joined Unpassive. You were one of the voices that I heard, one of the first voices I heard like every week and so on. And at some point, you went mute, you disappeared. Where did you go to? What happened?
I didn't go nowhere, but let me answer this question by saying this. It's a guy called Michael Williams. I'm sure one of
the best things that has ever happened to Unpassive.
He's one of the people that I actually listen to when I really follow what things. Everything that he says, I listen to. Here's what Michael Williams says. He says that when you really understand what Unpassive is, when you really grasp the magnitude of Unpassive, you cannot sleep.
Right.
If you sleep, that means something is wrong with you. You understand?
Exactly.
Professional, like I said, I have people that report to me, and I have people that I report to. Unpassive, at the time you came, was consuming me. I was actually underperforming at work. It was a professional decision. It's not a professional decision. Unpassive had consumed me totally.
Right.
And it was affecting me professionally, you see.
Right.
I had to take a step back. But I didn't go nowhere. I haven't been anywhere. Right. It's just that maybe you don't know the days that I've been talking about Unpassive since 1 year ago.
Right.
But it's just on Mondays and Wednesdays. We have our own small team that we call. So I had to withdraw to step back and then just concentrate on my small team.
Right.
We are called the O Winners, and a few of my guests have our team members have been on your platform.
Oh.
I have been very, very active every week on Mondays and Wednesdays. It's just that our team members are mostly professionals. They work during the day. So that's why our meetings are at night from 9 p.m., which is very late for most people. That's how I just try to pay it forward. Because when I listened to this thing, it was impossible for me to just listen to it, being who I am, and yes, I've positioned myself very well.
Right.
But the ripple effect, man, the ripple effect is what rings in my head.
Yeah.
Constantly. because I know what this can do to us and our people back home.
Right.
So
Well,
I've not gone anywhere at all. I'm here.
good to know. I just wanted you to confirm this, and I'm happy you just said something. I have spoken to Michael. He should be one of your team members.
Yes.
He blew my mind with something I just want you to confirm. If you say you belong to the team All Winners, you as a team, you are planning to build to construct an Ash Mufare Trans-African Railway. Yes?
Highway, yes.
Right. All right. So, so these things, if you confirm, tell me a bit more about that before.
Okay. Beautiful. Yes. Thank you for asking that. You know, Miss Comfort, Ash Mufare is an extraordinary guy. In fact, I believe he's supernatural. There is something about a guy. And I said this for the first time in our team meeting this week on Monday.
Right.
I myself, as I speak to, and I'm saying this here for the first time to you publicly, I have a personal spiritual connection with that guy even before I joined OnPassive. I've not said that yet, but I'm going to say it I'm going to have the opportunity to say it where he's seated.
Right.
I'm going to explain that, and people's minds are going to be blown away. This guy is extraordinary and supernatural. So we have decided to immortalize him. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
In our team, we have all kinds of people. We have a certified public accountant who just joined our team.
Okay.
It's helping us to set up our foundation, the Owners Foundation. We are filing for a 501c3. We're going to use that foundation, and it's going to be the first initial Obless, global Obless initiative that I am pledging here tonight that I'm going to champion. We are going to be now. This is not. Yes, some people would say this is not an original idea. Yes, it's true. Right. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah said this in the 60s, right?
Sure.
Studies have been done about that Trans-African Highway. Yes, we are going to revive that, and we're going to take it to fruition.
Yeah, sure.
That's our first gift to Africa. We are going to start building that highway. It's a highway. We are going to start constructing that highway from Cape Town in South Africa all the way north to Cairo in Egypt. And then we're going to go west. We're going to go past Ouagadougou in Burkina Faso all the way to Senegal, Dakar in Senegal. And then we're going to go east to Mogadishu in Somalia.
Right.
Now, I want you to just imagine the tributaries. That's the roads that are the exits. To us, in our mind, we think that's the best way we can develop our continent.
Yes, this is, before you go ahead.
We're going to call it the Ash Mufare Trans-African Highway.
All right, okay. So, this is really interesting because, I've heard people want to get themselves like private jets or some good stuff and so on. And you guys are busy planning some Trans-African Railway, highway, and so on. Of what benefit is this? How does this benefit you as a team, you as one of the team leaders and so on?
No, it is not about us. Remember, my dear Miss Comfort, just think of Ash Mufare, who this man is. Do you know that this guy is a wealthy guy?
Yeah.
He doesn't need us to do this project, to do what he's doing. Remember, he's financing this thing all by himself. But he has opened his heart and his mind, his soul, his spirit, and his will to all of us, right? So there's nothing else that we can do but also open our hearts. That's how we feel. As a matter of fact, in our team, people have created additional accounts to sponsor these projects that I'm talking about. People, most of us in the All Winners, we have done that. And I know we're going to solicit through Obless to the general OnPassive family.
Right.
But those of us who are in there, we are already ready to roll once this thing is in full blast.
All right.
Private jets, it is possible. What the people who are saying that they want to get private jets, yes, based on what I know, it is possible they can have it, but that's their priorities. For me, no. I'm going to be comfortable but I want to make a change, to change communities, change lives. The people who had anything to do with me personally in my lifetime are going to be blessed.
Amen. That sounds
Those
good.
who know me are going to be blessed. Those who are going to meet me by chance are going to be blessed, even though we're still waiting for this thing to launch. So for me, I'm looking at it more from that perspective of who Ash Mufarah is, why he's doing this. The sole purpose that this guy is doing this is because he wants to uplift humanity, mankind. Otherwise, he could be the richest man on earth alone.
Yeah.
But I come back again to say that that tells you that this thing is not a joke. The people who are saying, based on what I know, and I'm sure you know, I've looked into this thing deeply. Those who are talking about private jet, it is not far-fetched. It's not a wishful thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It is possible. I just wanted to say that.
Right, sure. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate, I was mind blown when Michael said this. I said, okay, whether you like it or not, I'm going to be part of this project. And now you confirmed it. Let's see how it goes, right?
Yes.
Nothing can be as sweet as rendering home. I mean, the entire Africa, making it a small village like this.
Yes.
Just like connecting it. So that sounds really good.
We're going to connect the whole place.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Out of the goodwill of our hearts.
Yeah. All right. This is good. So let's take us now to let's connect to products before we come out again. Maybe go to some other thing if time really does permit. So one thing about our company on Passive is that on Passive is massive, and the ecosystem is like loaded with sophisticated IT products. So most of the founders, including me, were not IT literate, right? So looking at the ecosystem, at times I just get what Freeman calls vertige, right? But what's happening here? What is this? And so on and so forth. So if you can, please just use this opportunity now to explain to us, for example, what is OChat? What is it all about? And let's go from there. I think you are going to explain a few more. Just tell us what OChat is about, and let's see where we go from there. Thank you.
I'm glad you asked OChat, because OChat, to me, is one of the most important products in our ecosystem. Remember, on Passive, for the benefit of those who are watching, our people back home, in simple terms, on Passive is a system. It's a computer system. It's just a massive computer system. It has many products or services inside, like a box with products inside that people will subscribe for, right? So OChat is one of those products, but OChat is a very significant product. It is true, OChat, that Ash Mufarah used what we call, we talk a lot about artificial intelligence, right? The foundation, that's where On Passive sits. It is built on artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence meaning the system is built to think, to be as closely as possible as a human being, right? Now, there are several ways in which you can implement artificial intelligence in your system to enhance productivity and gain more profit. There are several ways. You have what they call analytic AI, where you analyze it. You have functional AI. You have interactive AI, is what OChat is. And you have visual AI. I won't go into the details of those. But an interactive AI, what they use to develop OChat, there is a function in AI called the natural language processor. It focuses on the cognitive ability of the system to its interaction with humans. So it is programmed to think and to be able to decipher or to understand human interaction. And it is here that they have programmed these things such that it has human emotions, okay? So when you come to your system, so let me put this in context. Let me bring this home. Because people ask us, because when Ash Mufarah says that, I am going to build your business for you, this is a tool that makes him do that. Remember, we are not doing anything, right? When customers come to comfort, they're going to have. The person who is there working for you while you sleep is your virtual employee, the OChat. You get it?
Right.
Now, Ash Mufarah is going to use his AI algorithms. Remember, we have 5 plus billion customers, potential customers. And this guy is the master of artificial intelligence. If you are of traffic online, if you are online, Ash Mufara will find you and present something to you. And I call him Ash Mufara because, to me, if I say Mr. Ash Mufara, no, Ash Mufara is a brand.
I think he's happy with that.
It's like you say Mercedes-Benz or Range Rover. That's how Ash Mufara is to my mind. Okay, so it's not out of not respectful. No, it's like a brand to me. So online, he will find you and he will present something for you to see. So let's take it another way. What the OChat can do. You know, the day starts in Australia, right? The day starts in Australia.
Right.
So while we are all asleep in Australia, Ash Mufara is sending its AI ground. They're finding customers for us over there. When the customers come to comfort.com, they're going to ask. The OChat is the guy who is there responding. They want this, they give them 7-day free trial, or they take their payment, they do this, they do that. That's the guy. And remember, that guy is virtual. That means it can be replicated. There could be 20 or 30 of them, serving somebody in Canada, serving somebody in Africa, in Nigeria, in France. You understand? And they are in multiple languages. So this guy, the OChat, is a very significant tool.
Wow.
That is not being talked of more often.
Wow, knowledge, they say, is power, because some of us, like I said, we don't know anything. So when I just hear the name OChat, I think that maybe it's WhatsApp, right? So
yeah, no, and remember too, it is not, we're not only using it here to us as a product. This is a product that is going to be, or every company is going to want it, because remember, we have the modern technology inside. This will interact with you, and you will not know that it's not a human being.
Right.
That's how good it is. So other companies will buy this product, this service, and use it in their systems.
Now I get it. I get it. This is where our brother, the man on a mission, Mr. Charles Osong, says, this guy, artificial intelligence, is disruptive, and the government will launch, something is going to happen, he calls an internet quake. You have painted the picture, you have added more to, you have just beefed it off from what he says and made it even more vivid now. That's even me, I really like, wow, you know, so I didn't know. So when I see OChat, I say maybe it's just like WhatsApp, you know, so it's chat.
No.
Now it's like
that's your employee. That's the guy who's working for you while you are asleep.
Oh, wow.
24/7. The reason why I brought this up is because some people are confused. Like even as of yesterday, somebody was asking, so what do you guys mean that we don't have to do anything? How do we do customer? How do we service?
Right.
Yeah, so people are confused. No.
Okay.
This is a guy who's making it easy for all of us.
Right. Yeah. All right. This takes me to another thing, because one thing is sure, our products exist in an ecosystem, and whether we like it or not, they are kind of interwoven, they interconnected. No one can just function in isolation. So what are the products that are linked or closely related to OChat, or that they can go hand in hand? Is it something like SEO, search engine optimization, or what? I don't know. How does the chat relate to other products or connect? I don't know how to.
No, the chat, for instance, especially is going to relate with all the products.
All right.
Right? The chat is going to relate to all the products. Look, they are building this thing, right? In real technical terms, they are building all of them as a standalone. Remember, each one of them is a standalone business. Then they're going to build something that they call an integration hub in the middle. It's a complex mathematical calculation. You see?
Okay.
Now, when you come in, you build your portfolio, whichever you want to build it. The integration, there's a calculation that is going to calculate, and it's going to connect everything for you. It's being done automatically.
Right.
So if you have Ocademy, you're going to need OChat, or you're going to need OConnect, you know. So all that mathematical calculation is being done inside your integration hub. That's why in OnPassive, they have they have an integration team that they are responsible for putting it all together. Yeah.
Wow. This is like massive. I'm just like, please, can you tell us? I was really interested, because this word, we use it a lot, especially when we're doing presentations and so on. We can't go without talking about search engine optimization. What is that? Really quick, please. We just before we move on.
That's a big one.
I'm just
Yes.
product today because we're
Yes.
close to launch, soft launch, and so
Yes.
people need to know what they have, right?
No worries. I'll break it down. Okay. Search engine optimization. A search engine, right? What is a search engine? A search engine is like, for instance, we have Google, right? Google is a search engine. There are so many others. We have Google, we have Yahoo is a search engine. Microsoft Word Bing is a search engine. There's something called, remember AOL, AmericaOnline.com? AOL is a search engine. There's something called Ask.com. It's a search engine. But Google is the most popular because Google was built, nice and all that stuff. It has, good capabilities, and they have other products. It's a search engine. And if you Google Google's 2020 revenues, you will see that they made about $186 billion. It's a massive corporation. It's a big company.
Wow.
OnPassive is coming with her own search engine, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what it is called right now. Maybe it's we don't know the pseudonym for it, but maybe let's say it's OSearch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So remember, OnPassive is coming in, and she is building her stuff from scratch using artificial intelligence, the cutting-edge technology, for the systems to closely resemble or behave like humans. Now, Google is a very beautiful system that was built, but remember, I know this very well because that was the year I got into the IT industry. Google was built in 1998.
Oh, okay.
That's 23 years ago. So here is how I bring it home when I explain the difference between the two to the guests. Look at it like two houses. A house that was built 23 years ago and a house that is being built right now as we speak, with all the modern bells and whistles and everything. But I go further. I say, let's say you, Miss Comfort, you have your own small business that you run. You have a job, but you have your small business. Maybe you run your business from home, but you have a job.
I sell beauty products because I'm a woman.
Yes, okay. Okay, you are selling your beauty products. Now you have huge contracts. You have beautiful, nice contracts. And every week, the mailman, the express mail delivers your check in the mail, right? Okay, so on this beautiful day, I'm trying to explain OnPassive now. On this beautiful day, OnPassive search engine, on this beautiful day, you are at work, you're at your real job, but your check is coming. It's a huge check, maybe like 50,000 pounds sales that is coming. It's a spring day, rainy day, it's raining. The mailman brings your check and drops it at your door. And remember, it's OnPassive house. So you can see from your phone, you can see a house. You can connect and see the mailman walking into your front door. And then it's raining heavily. And you know that if they drop that check there, by the time you get home, it will be destroyed. So what do? It's an OnPassive house. Remember, 21st century.
Right.
You tap on your phone, you speak to the mailman as he approaches your door through the microphone that's on your door, through the camera. You tell the mailman to walk around to your garage. He walks around to your garage. You can remotely open your garage. He slides the envelope underneath your door and you close your garage. When you're on your way home, it is a cold day. What do? You remotely turn on the heat in your house so that when you get home, your house is warm. That is what OnPassive is bringing now, even though Google is doing what they call reverse engineering right now. If you go to google.com, you see there's a microphone there. Yes, they're coming back and try to implement artificial intelligence, right? When Google was built 23 years ago, we did not talk about artificial intelligence, did we?
No.
Artificial intelligence has been around for a while too, since the 60s, if I'm not mistaken.
I heard about it for the first time as OnPassive game.
Yes. No, it's been around. But it is now within the past decade that it has been, put into manifestation as we see.
Right.
So let me say this last point. Google is just like a massive 50-story building. Nice, beautiful. People are already living in there. There are shops in there. There are stores, there are restaurants, everything. People are in and out moving, right? And then you come and you decide to start reconfiguring your plumbing system. That's what Google is trying to do now. Meanwhile, OnPassive is coming with a fresh building that has everything that we need from the scratch.
Wow.
Which house are you going to buy if you want to buy a house now?
Well, the answer is obvious.
Okay, so that's why I say it here, and I've said it several times. I'm saying this out of from my own gut, from my own the depth of my gut, that when OnPassive launches, within 6 months, Ash Mufara did not ask me to say this. I have not spoken to him before. This is my own thinking, my own experience, what I see, my own personal thinking. Within 6 months, OnPassive is going to beat Google as a search engine. Remember, there's a saying that Google me that, please Google that.
Right.
Google that. No, it's going to be OP that, OnPassive that.
Wow.
Remember, Google, if you Google Google's 2020 revenue, you'll see $180 something billion for 2020.
Just for a single product or a single platform.
Yes, for Google. Wow. Maybe I think it might have in addition to their other as a search engine, you know.
Right.
So just imagine. It is a big deal.
Right. Wow. This is it's massive. It's all I can say.
Yeah.
But one thing before I finally let you go, I know you've had your day already, but I thank you that you made it here. But you won't go without saying a last word. You know, we spent time doing. Why are you explaining this? Because I can just call you and you explain it to me, right? Why are we doing it here?
So that people should know.
Yes, so people should know what we have, what we are expecting, right? In spite of all of these things you are saying, some people still say these two are actually daydreaming. They think that we're jokers, believing that OnPassive is what you are talking about. So what message do you have for them? Because even yesterday, I still encouraged, bring your family in, which means there is still room for someone, even though we're almost 700 founding positions. I still says there is still room, but some people are like, that's a joke. So what word do you have for them as advice?
Here's how I open my presentation every day when I present to guests. I make reference to one great American that I read. Before, I used to read a lot. There's a guy called Robert Kiyosaki. I'm sure you've heard of him. He's written so many books. He has a book that he wrote around 1997 or so. It's called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Somewhere in the middle of that book, Kiyosaki is trying to explain how wealth was determined in the past 300 years, right? To 19th, 20th, and 21st century. So he's trying to put it in context. For the 21st century, for this our time, the time that we are living right now, here's what remember, Kiyosaki is a serious guy, somebody who speaks to presidents. He makes predictions and they come true. He talks at universities. He's a serious guy, right? Here's how he explains how wealth is going to be determined in this our time. Now, the time that we live in. He says that those who are going to own the wealth are those who are going to have the information. He did not say the land, as it were in the 19th century, those who own the land were the rich people. Or the 20th century, those who own the factories and the industries. No. He said now, it is the information. And he has said that that information is going to come to you at the speed of light. If you blink, you're going to miss it. He also said that we cannot contain this information. You cannot hide it. You cannot. That's why there are a lot of people that are going to be rich all over the place, in Africa, everywhere. So if you have this information and you don't share it, you think that is a hoax. People in Nigeria, lots of people in Nigeria, in Cameroon, our country, thank God, there are a lot of people. South Africa, Papua New Guinea, India, and of course here in the United States and Europe that are taking advantage of this. So please, if you are out there and you think that this thing is a joke, it is not. It is not. I have a friend, Oliver Fonte. I'm sure he's also been here.
Yeah, sure. I know.
He says three things all the time.
Right.
I'm going to quote him here. The products are real. They are better than anything that we have out there. Right? The price is better than anything out there. And we have the market.
Wow.
It is not a joke. It's not a joke.
Well, I think they say back home, there's this famous saying they would say to a word or to the wise, a word is sufficient.
It's
So
sufficient,
all we
yes.
can do is take the horse to the stream. I hope we could
Yes, we cannot force it to drink. Yeah.
Yes. So I want to use this opportunity to really appreciate you. And once again, I'm really humbled that you could really squeeze time out of your tight schedule to be here to talk to our dear people. So I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And
Thank you,
to not
Ms.
let
Comfort.
you go, we really hope that you find time to come back because we badly need this information. So
I'll be glad to, yes, I'll be glad to come back and do a full presentation to your audience.
Right, that would really be appreciated. So thank
Yeah.
you once again. So dear people, whoever is watching us, if you find this important, share with a friend, share with a loved one. And these days, I say, if you have an enemy, just keep enmity for now. Share with them first. If you want to continue, that should be after lunch. But for now, yeah, sure. This is something you can't deprive anybody of. And if anybody shares this video with you, please, it means they want to show you how to register and become a founding member. Go back to them, let them show you. And of course, we're always here to help. Call me, call our brother here. We are there and we are ready to help you anytime. So once again, bro, thank you and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Ms. Comfort.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.